Okay, so allow me to explain to you why that being a educational content creator is the best job that you can have now. So the way that you actually sell anything, and this even applies to back in the 90s, back in the 1900s, whenever people do things, is that positioning yourself as an expert in your field is the best way for you to sell any product. Example, if you see the Wolf of Wall Street, you know that the example the guy likes to use is sell me this pen. What he does is not just say this pen is great, this pen is amazing, it does all this stuff. What you start to do is ask questions and sort of infer about their life, and then use that to sort of fill a need that the person has in their life. If you position yourself as an expert in your field, and do that with whatever topic that it is, then you will see that that is actually the best way to sell things. So, example, if you were a guy who, let's say, went to sell medicine, then you need to position yourself as a health guru. So, like, the term guru is thrown a lot. Being a health guru would mean that you would tell people that I have this chronic problem, I have back pain, I have nasal sinuses problems, or just maybe arm pain, things like that. And then what you would then do is sort of position yourself as someone who has gone through the struggles that your target customer has gone through. And you would say, basically, I was where you were. That's really the brilliance of this marketing model, where you don't have to be so far above your customers. You just have to be ahead of them a little bit. So the thing about teaching is that a lot of people think they need to be a master and have all these doctors and degrees. You just need to be a little bit ahead of the people that you are selling to. So like I said, for the health guy, he would sell to people who they're just a little bit farther behind them. There are people out there going through back problems, they have things like that. But let's say you have managed to overcome that, you went through physical therapy, you used a certain exercise, you used a certain medicine to get better and improve your back pain. And so you didn't have it anymore. Well, that is, you've walked the path. And the thing is, you are now ahead of people on the path. There are other people who are level 0, whereas you are on level 1. So what you need to do, the point of your business, is that you're just trying to get them from level 0 to 1, to where you are. Or let's say if you're level 2, try to get them from 0 to 1, and then 1 to 2. It's not that complicated. A lot of people think it's very complex, but what you're doing basically when you start a business is you're just telling everyone else, hey, I went through this just like you did, and I can help you get from point 0 to 1, or A to B, or so on and so forth. Now again, the tricky part gets to what actually sort of content should you make. And I think, again, this is very manageable because you can just sort of inform them and tell them about the things that you have done and gone through. The content you want to make is content that would relate to them in their lives and their struggles. So what you want to do really is think of problems that they would have in their lives and think of what are the sort of things that they're going through, what are the sort of things that they're trying to overcome, and then try to sell them based on that. So if people are, let's say they're really skinny, they want to put a lot of muscle, would they create some sort of product? It doesn't have to be a video course, but you can create some sort of product where to help them achieve that desired outcome, right? This just makes sense with anything. I see chefs do it all the time with, hey, you want to be an amazing chef like me, here's what I use. And then they sell it to people that way. So making money and providing people with a result is really just sort of helping them achieve a certain outcome. The thing about business is you need to ask yourself, what sort of outcome do I want to help people achieve? What desired output do they want? Again, this can vary from niche to niche, but you want it to be something that you are already familiar with and that you could teach people on. Something that you can give a good bit of advice is if you can give a TED Talk on it, then that is actually amazing advice to give because clearly you already have the information in your brain, in your head, and you can just sort of recite it out. Now it comes down to scripting and all that stuff. All that is just personally, it's up to you whether you want to script out your videos and do things like that. But like I say, on a very basic level, there are people who have jobs, but then I think everyone should have a business. I think your job is one thing. You can work a job if you want to, but you should make your money from your business. And your business is something that you are helping someone provide. You're helping provide someone with a certain desired result that they want and helping them achieve a certain outcome. Like if you were a bricklayer, if you help people fix their cars, if you help teach people about maybe they want to learn how to fix cars, then you can teach that. That's valuable knowledge and information. Teach you how to get in shape. All these sort of things can be very helpful. So that, again, the core of all of this, the way to be good at selling anything is to position yourself. You need to first position yourself as an expert. And you could go out and learn some new skill, but there's probably something that you already have right now in your life that you're really good at, really familiar at, or you could become good at in like 3 to 5 months. And so you want to take that sort of topic or whatever it is and then teach other people about it. There's something called the Great Courses, where these college professors sort of just teach these classes and they're on these DVDs and videos. And those are actually like the precursor to video courses that people have now. Courses get memed on nowadays, but actually back in the day, and well, even still now, they still sell them. They actually made video courses just giving knowledge and advice. So that is essentially what you're trying to be doing. Position yourself as an expert on a topic you're well knowledgeable about, and then going out and teaching people about it. And then they're going to want to learn more. You're telling them, hey, I can help you get this outcome. You're sort of like, you could be a contractor, or you could just have a business, have a funnel where people sort of go through it and learn what you have to offer, and then you'd be helping them fix their lives, which is a good thing. This is incredibly good thing. You're helping the world. So it's a win-win. You're making money, people are giving you money, and you're also helping them achieve their dreams, their goals, their outcomes, the things, and getting to their dream life, the dream state that you want. And you have done this before, so really it shouldn't be that hard to sort of walk them through the path of the journey that you've walked through.